to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and today I'm at the AI Vibes Summit in Santa Monica, California, and I just got done watching and listening to a panel, and I got the moderator with me today. So, Sander, hey, first off, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, glad you made it.
All right, so you're a good moderator, man. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Do you do stuff like that a lot?
Thank you. It somehow turned out to be, yes. I love to unpack technologies and like make it easily digestible. And as creating content myself, it also, I hope to then do that for others through the moderation on the panel. So it somehow, turned out that way.
Is AI one of those things that you've always been interested in, or did it just kind of did you get the bug recently? Tell me about your journey with AI.
My journey started probably around 2.5, 3 years ago, before ChatGPT and a little before, GPT-2 time when I was playing around with it in the OpenAI playground, where you had actually very similar interface that you have today in ChatGPT. And I was showing it to people. I was like typing in the prompts. I was like, this is what it generates back. And then I do this, and then it categorizes everything. And for me, it was just such a mind-blowing moment. But I still have, some of those presentations that I use with companies that I work with and showed it to them. And I dug them up. And actually, they dug them up. They're like, dude, you were showing us the videos and the demos like literally a year before like ChatGPT, because ChatGPT was using a model that was a year old when it came out, GPT-3 at the time, and then it captured everybody's imagination. There was other things that came together, of course, the familiar interface with messaging back and forth, which we already do with iMessage, WhatsApp, whatever, and that's what made it happen. But yeah, I did get the bug a lot earlier, and I've always been looking for ways myself to automate myself out of the jobs and get as much help and see machines as a collaborator.
And so you're very much involved in media, content creation. Where does AI, how does it work into your world in media?
It's very easy to go on those hype cycles in general. When 2 years ago it was all about blockchain and crypto, and for the last year and a half it's been all about just generative AI. I think that is an easy to be carried away by that wave, and fundamentally, whether you're creating content or you're building products, is to challenge yourself. And I challenge all of you to explain your ideas and explain whether it's content ideas or product ideas without using the word AI. And that challenges you to focus on the core value of what you're trying to accomplish. And then AI just becomes an enabling technology, helping you get it done. Maybe today it's AI, maybe in the future we are not going to use that word anymore. The same way as, the internet and calling it the information highway in the beginning, we just don't use. It's just, it's a way how we interact.
That's true, or even before that, technology.
Or digital media. You didn't even say you're involved in digital media. You just said you're involved in media, right? Yeah. Because all of those changes will become norms. And when they become norms, we don't even think about the technology. We think about the value that it provides to us. And that's the same way I try to think about whether they're the tools that I use or content, the products that I build, the same way. Just focus on the value and then use all of the available enabling technologies. And therefore, it doesn't really matter what hype cycle we're in or wave you're riding.
Yeah. What excites you right now about just AI, the technology, the landscape? What excites you right now?
Most excitement comes from how empowered all of the independent creators are. The creators is a large term for me. Whether you're an engineer, you're a developer, whether you're Einstein, like a musician here, seeing Power Cheese, performing with an orchestra. That for her was a barrier before. How do you hire an orchestra, hire a space, write the scores for the orchestra? Now she's empowered to do that. Yeah. And whether you take a filmmaker, independent filmmaker, and there's several friends here who are filmmakers, and they're like, I had this idea, but there was never budget to make it happen. And all of those ideas that have been in the hidden drawers are now coming out and becoming reality. And those are becoming reality for the creative arts, which is where we're seeing the biggest movement. The music that she was not able to create before, that she is able to now co-create and bring to life, or a filmmaker who had an idea that couldn't make it happen because VFX teams were so expensive and it took so much time and couldn't raise the money for it, or as somebody who's got an idea for a digital product, like build a mobile app, never been able to do it because finding an engineering partner or learning the skills yourself has been time consuming and costly. Now they're able to do that. So I love this blossoming of human creativity, and the same applies to myself. I'm just playing so much at the moment and having a lot of fun doing it. And it's generally speaking, what we also talked about in the panel, it's easy to get into the fear mindset in the beginning where it's oh my God, it's taken away, like I'm losing stuff. On the other hand, like the other side of it, the light side of it is it's such a enabler that opens up all the opportunities for us that we couldn't imagine before. So bringing all of the kind of dreams and imaginations to life and allowing us to dream bigger is what excites me.
Yeah. So we both had a shared experience with AI. When we were watching right after the panel, there were the musicians playing and creating AI right in front of me. What this reminded me of, and I think about like friends when I'm in like a jam session or something. I'm not a musician, but I have friends that are, and I hang out and I like to see it. And I see them co-create with each other and just do new things. And to see like Scott Page on stage, and like even when something didn't go right, that's being filmed. So if you think about it, even his reaction to the AI not producing something good was like creating new content and a new experience for the audience and myself and included and everybody else. And then to see they brought a finished piece for everybody that's watching and listening. There was a finished piece afterwards that they had obviously spent some time on in a video and some other things that had AI components of it. And talk about what that experience was like for you, because for me, mind was blown. I felt like I was in a jam session with AI, Scott Page, and then musicians. Yeah,
it's incredible. Like that, I think like that element of live, like you literally saw history in the making. Like we had computers jamming with humans on stage, like the same dynamics were happening where we're generating something with the audience that represents our emotions and our, preferences that we put in the prompt that generated the jam Scott and Aish Denise were going with. And I think that energy, that dynamic is not going anywhere, especially if we see it in the way of, co-creation with AI. And she's using it in the most wonderful ways. She's writing music with AI and then playing herself, performing herself. She's also, writing some of the stuff herself and then letting AI perform other instruments within that. So when she's performing with like robotic orchestras or AI orchestras, that's incredible because it's truly enabling. And like that energy on stage, like between the man and the machine, that dynamic, that light and dark side in a way, if you will, is wonderful to witness.
And to see and what I was thinking about too, and I was actually on the AI side on this one, and I'll tell you why. They weren't necessarily satisfied with the results, but I'm like, look at the prompts you gave them. It was like Ethiopian jazz. Let's mix it with this. Okay, take the AI out and you go do that.
That's right.
Like you're okay, you create something out of scratch or whatever, iterative, whatever we want to say, Ethiopian jazz. And it was just like they were trying to trick the AI. I was like, give the AI something it could work with. Come on, I was fighting for the AI on that one.
I'm with you as well. Like that's generally a tip. Like the more human-like.
Imagine if they were in front of a real musician and saying, "All right, well, we're going to try you out for this new band that we created."
Like, hey, let's test you out.
Give it to Scott. He's like, "What?" Like, yeah, let's test your skills for a minute. Oh, by the way, let's throw some EDM in there too. He's sitting there with a saxophone, like, what? Dude,
where's the EDM sound gonna go? Yeah, you're so right.
But I actually I'm not joking, I had a little bit of an emotional connection to the AI from this standpoint.
I'm gonna fight for you.
Give the AI a break. I was an AI advocate there. Like, our AI has rights.
Yeah.
And you're gonna embarrass the AI in front of an audience? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Some empathy, please, right?
Empathy for our AI.
Yeah. But this is, you're so right. We're in this phase at the moment. We're testing the borders, on how far can we push it. And sometimes it wonderfully kind of amazes us what it's able to create. And sometimes it just goes miserably wrong. And we're like, how does it not work?
Wrong prompts, garbage in, garbage out. Well, we need to bring that one back. No.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Well, Sander, I just want to say, hey, it's been a lot of fun having you on the show. If somebody wants to continue to follow your journey, you mentioned you're a creator, your social media or otherwise, I want you to look in the camera, tell people how they can connect with you.
Very easy. On every single platform, it's Sander Saar, which is SANDER SAAR, all one word. You'll find the videos and some of the creations that I'm doing, both with AI and some without AI still.
Awesome, fantastic.
So I really thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for coming on. And for everybody watching, just so you know, we're going to put the website, all the other good stuff in the show notes, so that in the social media, I should say, in the show notes, so that you can just connect with Sander as you choose. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or that follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new interviews, new content, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey. So hit that subscribe or follow button. And Sander, I won't keep keep you anymore. I know you got a long conference, man. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Take care.